there a problem?
Yes.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gabby. If you have or have not been here before, thank you for watching. I will leave my Twitter somewhere on the screen if you want to follow me over there. It's a fun time. Yeah, that's the only social media platform that I have. So today, judging by the title, you know what we're gonna talk about. Now I'm gonna give a little bit of background. I went into this expecting something and I got something else. Now, you may say that it's my fault for having expectations of how I would have liked this to go, but then again, it's Netflix's fault for giving me expectations by aligning this show with the forever iconic Winx Club. Now, before we get started, I am 22 years old, okay? So my childhood was filled with the Winx. Yes, I was a member of the Winx Club. Every Saturday morning, 4Kids TV, I would watch an episode of the Winx Club. So I am very, very well acquainted with this show. So when the trailer came out, you could imagine my disappointment. My sheer and utter disappointment that this was going to be the Winx Club. Now, I didn't say anything. I said, okay, I see the trailer, doesn't look good. Does not look good at all. But let's wait for the show to come out. And then the reviews of the show came out and they were bad. They were all bad. Most of them were bad, and I still said nothing. I was like, okay, let me watch this show to see what it's all about. And here's the thing. The show isn't bad. It isn't terrible. But is it good? That is the question that I've been raking my brain to try to understand, because you based it off the Winx Club. When you base it off the Winx Club, I'm already coming into your show with preconceived notions about what it's gonna be. And I have one thing to tell, well, multiple things to tell the Netflix team, but one thing in particular. Everything does not have to be transformed into an angsty teen drama. We can just leave some things as is. Some things work perfectly within the context that they're designed to work. This is why I am terribly afraid of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Y'all better take your time with it. The original creators have already left the project citing a bunch of creative differences. That's not good. There are people who are saying relatively decent things, but it isn't like blown out of the water, ballpark, whatever. So I'm gonna get into some things that I thought about the show. Now, once again, I am coming from the perspective of somebody who loves the animated cartoon, right? And the first thing, this would have been 100 times better if it was not based on the Winx Club. If you guys just did like a regular show about fairies and whatnot, it could have been decent. Would I have watched it? No, I watched it because it was associated with the Winx Club, so I guess the marketing worked. And maybe if if it was good and the marketing was good, I would have watched it as well, because that's what happened with the Queen's Gambit. The Queen's Gambit was good. I wasn't necessarily gonna watch it, but people watched it and then word of mouth got around and I ended up watching it and it was really, really good. So I don't think that this show should have been necessarily associated with the Winx Club. If you wanted to do like a fairy type show, that's one thing, but associating it with this when it really didn't have, I shouldn't say that, because I can tell that the people who wrote this, they did, because Winx Club is also based off of a comic, if I'm I could be making that up, but they either watched the show, the animated version, because I believe it is on Netflix, or they either read like a comic. I'm pretty sure there's a comic. They read it, but I don't think the execution was clear. Okay, I'm gonna get into things that I liked about it. Not too much though, because I don't want to give Netflix too much, but there are certain things that I liked about it. The story itself wasn't bad. If you take the story as a standalone without any Winx Club association, it really wasn't horrible. It's not the worst thing Netflix has done, because they've done some bad things, but it wasn't horrible. I liked the idea that there were female specialists and male fairies, because if you watch the original animated version, the specialists were the men and the fairies were the women, which is kind of sexist if we want to go there. But I like that they made that change to the original story. I'm gonna talk more shit about the show, but I really did like it. So it's only 6 episodes. I'm keeping that in mind. They're all like 6 episodes, about like 50 minutes each. I see the potential for season 2. I do. I see there are certain things that were set up, and I can see, like, even with the last episode, quote unquote finale, the girls and their powers, all of that kind of stuff. I can see the potential for the forwarding of the series with a season 2. So that was set up very well. That was it. That is it. That is all I liked about the show. I'm not gonna sit here in front. I will be watching season 2 because I want to see what they come up with. I want to see where the plot goes. Now let's get into the bad. The bad isn't necessarily bad. There are some bad things, but the bad, I think, if they come out with like a spectacular season 2, I think the things that I have in the bad here can be remedied in some way, shape, or form. These people look old. They look old. I don't know how old they are. I'll probably look it up. But I'm pretty sure they're not teenagers. Can we, and this isn't even particular to this show alone, Netflix, can we start casting teenagers to play teenagers? I'm 100% sure that there are some very talented teenage actors looking for jobs. Can we cast teenagers who look like teenagers? And if I look up the ages of these actors and they're all teenagers, I apologize, but y'all look old, or the makeup, something ain't right in the buttermilk over there at Netflix Studios, because y'all be looking old. Next thing, and this is just a personal thing, and they can make up for this in season 2. Where is Tekna? Where's Tekna? If you guys have not watched the animation, Tekna is the fairy of technology. How you not gonna have the fairy of technology in 2021 in a fairy show? Where's Tekna? Where is where are the gadgets? Where is the technology? Where is all of it? Y'all missed big time, and the only way that this will be remedied is if we have a Tekna arc in season 2, because it is unacceptable a little bit that she wasn't in the show at all. So yes, Tekna needs to be there. We need to get her a storyline. We need to get her situated. And then that could be resolved with season 2. I'm not happy that she wasn't in season 1, but that can be resolved in season 2. Where are the fairy wings? I know in the last episode, Bloom got like wings. They were like, I couldn't even tell that they were like wings until like somebody pointed it out to me on Twitter. But she got wings. If y'all don't go to the costume store and get, like, how you gonna have fairies with no wings? Listen, I don't know if I'll probably like insert like some of like the Winx Club like transformations, and with Netflix, with the budget that Netflix has, where are the wings? I need the wings. Like, it's a show about fairies. How you not gonna have no wings? This might be controversial, but, and this is what I mean with Netflix not please don't make everything into a an angsty drama-filled situation where it doesn't have to be. They gave Bloom so much trauma in this show. She burned her parents. She burned her parents, y'all. Like, she didn't have a good relationship with her mother. They took her door off of her room. Like, that is like, they took her door off of her room. Yeah, in the original show, Bloom had an amazing relationship with her parents. Her parents knew that, like, she was adopted. She knew that she was adopted, so it wasn't this like really life-altering thing when she found out that she was a fairy. I mean, it was, but like, finding out you're a fairy is one thing, but finding out that you are a changeling and you were like, you didn't know, that is two completely different things. I thought that was like unnecessary. Why couldn't she just have a good relationship with her parents? But then that is besides the point. That is besides me. I guess the directorial team made that decision, but I personally did not like it, because I'm like, why she gotta have trauma? Why can't it just be, yeah. Where's the tricks? Where is Icy, Darcy, and Stormy? Where are the tricks? I was watching it and I'm assuming that Bellatrix was supposed to be like, at first I thought she was gonna be an amalgamation of all of them, and that made sense because her power is wind, right? Or air. So I was assuming that she was gonna be like the representation for the tricks in this show, but at the end, Bellatrix, Riven, and Dane, I believe his name is, they had this like trio, so I'm assuming they're the new tricks. But I see Darcy and Stormy. Where are they? This love triangle, why? Where? There was no need for this love triangle. There was no need. Like, just let Bella have Sky. Why did I say Bella? Not Bella. I'm thinking Bella Swan. Let Bloom have Sky, and let's just let it be that, because there was no need for the love triangle. It felt forced. It didn't add anything into the story. If you wanted to give Stella a love interest, what was Stella's love interest's name? Brandon? I think it was Brandon. Y'all could have given Stella Brandon and then have that entire thing be that. There was no point for the love triangle. The love triangle, honestly, it was only there to, like, I felt like it was only there to stir up tension between Bloom and Stella, which leads me to my next point. Why couldn't they just all be friends? Why can't y'all just have a group of friends, a group of girls who are friends that don't have any tension between them? That was like one of the beauties of the show. Not that the original Winx didn't have a couple of problematic scenes, we're past that as a society, but yeah, like Stella and Bloom were friends from the beginning. Why couldn't y'all just like let them be friends? I don't understand the need for the rivalry and all of that. Like, once again, I understand. If you watched my Attack on Titan video live action, I understand directors making changes to the original source material, even when it's not needed in the case of that movie. But I understand that. But also give me something better than what the original was, or different enough that I don't miss the original in that way, right? But yeah, I didn't like the way that Stella was portrayed as this like mean girl, and she didn't have a good relationship with her mom. Like, the mother-daughter relationships in this show are dumb as hell. Stella and her mom, Bloom and her mom, I didn't understand that part. I mean, I understood it in terms of like TV and the show, but did not make sense. Why can't we just have like a group of 5 girls who are friends and who try to figure out shit? One of the good parts, or one of the most memorable parts of Winx Club for me at least, is that it was two parts. It was two parts. You had these girls going to school trying to learn to be fairies. Yes, they were going to school and they were learning stuff about magic. They were in school. And you also had like threats or whatever that tried to attack the school, but those threats would usually come from outside. They all had a good relationship with the headmistress. I can't remember what her name was in the animation, but like it was just a feel-good vibe. Not everything has to be turned into this weird angsty thing. Like there's a time and place for everything. There are situations in which it makes sense, but for this purpose it just did not make sense. It honestly, it felt like The Order, that Netflix show that got canceled. It felt like The Order, even though I watched like 6 episodes. That was the vibe that it was giving me, and it didn't need to give me that vibe. Let's get on to some of the bigger issues of this show. Elements that cannot be fixed with like season 2, because I think that is completely we're past that at this point. Why is everybody so white in this show? And listen, and once again, it would be one thing if this was not related to the Winx Club. Yes, there is some representation. We have Aisha and we have Dane, who I believe, I don't even know if they mentioned what his sexuality was, but I think he's queer. Where are the rest of the characters that the Winx gave us like years ago? So we have Aisha. They didn't give us Tekna in the show. Fine. So Aisha's black. We didn't get Tekna. Bloom and Stella are both white. Musa's supposed to be East Asian. Musa is supposed to be East Asian, and Flora, they had the audacity, they had the audacity to replace Flora with Tara and make Flora Tara's cousin, but we get a white girl. Flora's like obviously brown. So what happened? Why Netflix? Why are we regressing? Why are we regressing? And then when we have a black character, y'all don't even give us what we want with the black character. But I digress. Why are we going back? We're supposed to be going forward. Like they gave you the template. They gave you the girls. I don't know. It didn't make any sense to me whatsoever as to why they would make that choice. But the only explanation is, well, Musa's already, I don't think Musa's East Asian. I don't know if she's a person of color. If she is, the actress, if she is, I will like leave a note here or something. But yeah, where is Flora coming in season 2? Since y'all said she was Tara's cousin, is she coming in season 2? I hope so. I hope you all redeem yourself in some kind of way, because no. And let's get on to side note, the fashion was so bad. I'll try to see if I can insert some like pictures of like the Winx Club and what they wore, because I wanted all of their wardrobes. I wanted every bit of it. And this show, it was just so bland. It was bad, it was bland, there was no thought put into it. Why is my hair sticking up like that? It was bland, no thought put into there was no thought put into it whatsoever, into the fashions, into anything. Let us get into the most troubling part of this show. Did you guys know that Aisha is a princess? The crown princess of Andros. I wouldn't know either. I wouldn't know either if I just watched this show, because the disrespect that was given to Aisha. Why is she the magical Negro in this show? She is literally the magical Negro. And this is the thing, she's obviously powerful. She's like one of the most powerful characters that they said, because she like has a relatively good control of her magic. She is so powerful. Why is she running behind Bloom, trying to help Bloom do everything? It was like she didn't have a character arc. They showed a glimpse of it in, I believe it was episode 2, when she was talking about how she is getting grades. So I don't know if that's like a setup for like season 2 with her parents, because she's like a princess and her parents are like king and queen. Is that gonna do anything? Are they even going to make her a princess in this show? I don't know. I do not know, because there was no mention of it. Season 2, it better be, it better be there for season 2. I'm so mad. They just didn't do her justice. I think that, like, yeah, and in some adaptations her name is Layla, but no, they didn't give me what I needed with Aisha. Hopefully, but they set it up to my thing is that all of the other girls had a character arc, had a character arc. Bloom did, Musa did, Tara did, and Stella did. Where was her character arc? And that's it. And I hope that changes for season 2. I hope she gets like some like personality. No, she has a personality. I won't lie like that. I won't disparage her like that. She has a personality, but I hope she puts it to good use in season 2, because I already know it's gonna be a season 2. But yeah, I think that is all that I had to say about Winx Club. Those are my thoughts about the Winx Club. Let me know what you think if you watched it. If you didn't watch it, let me know if you watched the original animated version. I will be reading the comments, so yeah, let me know. Thank you for watching this video. Oh, I didn't wear makeup today, so you can clearly see my bags. And yeah, my face looks really glowy because I did my skincare before this video, and I like sprayed this, like, you can't see it, but I sprayed this dewy setting spray, so it like gives me like glass flicks glow setting spray, so it like makes my skin look really nice. Hit subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I post new videos, which is once a week. But yeah, let me know what you thought of this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.